Dear friends, every day the new coronavirus cases are getting doubled up. And with this surge in coronavirus, we can say that the third wave of coronavirus has already started in India. But yes, there is good news for you all. The good news is that the scientists have identified antibodies that neutralizes Omicron and other variants of coronavirus. The research has been published in journal Nature, and it will help us in designing the vaccines and antibody treatment that will be effective against the Omicron and its other variants which may evolve in future. The Omicron variant has an unusually high number of 37 mutations in the spike protein, which the virus uses to enter and infect the human cells. It is thought that these changes explain in part why the variant has been able to spread so rapidly to infect people who have been vaccinated and to reinfect those who have previously been infected. The bigger question is how this constellation of mutation in the spike protein of the Omicron variant affected its ability to bind to cells and to evade the immune system's antibody responses. To study the effect of mutations, the researchers engineered a disabled non-replicating virus which is called pseudovirus to produce a spike protein on its surface as coronavirus 2. They then created pseudovirus that had spike proteins which the Omicron mutations and those found on the earliest variants identified in the pandemic. The team found that the antibodies from the people who had been infected by earlier strains and from those who had received one of the 6 most used vaccines currently available all had reduced ability to block the infection. The antibodies from people who had been infected, recovered and then had 2 doses of vaccine also had reduced activity. But the reduction was less, about 5-fold, clearly demonstrating that vaccination after infection is useful. People who had received a booster with the 3rd dose of mRNA vaccines showed only a 4-fold reduction in neutralizing activity. This shows that the 3rd dose is really helpful against Omicron. Researchers identified 4 classes of antibodies that retained their ability to neutralize Omicron. Some sites on the protein are conserved because they play an essential function that the protein would lose if they mutated. Now the finding is that the antibodies are able to neutralize by recognizing the conserved areas in so many different variants of the virus and suggest that the designing vaccine and antibody treatment that target these regions could be effective against a broad spectrum of variants. Thanks for watching this video. Dear friend, for more such informative video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel GMB Pathshala.